Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, March 26th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. When you live down here in Florida, hurricane season is just one of those things that becomes a way of life after a while. But even in March, I can already see there's a storm coming down the pipe a few months from now that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And that storm is our old buddy, Jon Delarosa. The Delarosa camp released some really cool new black and white progress photos over the weekend, where we see the former Chicago Pro champ looking absolutely insane next to his new partner in crime, Flex Lewis. If I could predict the future, I'd be a very rich man. But I'm telling you, I have this weird feeling that this will be a career year for Jon. So, as long as he keeps doing what he's been doing, over time, the rest of the pieces will start to fall into place. Once you get to a certain level in your training, there's usually a point where you see yourself in the mirror and the person staring back at you completely blows your mind. And I don't know if Thomas Anderson's hit that point yet, but I bet he's getting close. Late last week, someone inside the Anderson camp leaked their most impressive off-season update yet. In the photos, we see the emerging 212 standout looking bigger and more complete than we've ever seen him at any point in his career. I don't know what the heck they've been doing down there, but whatever it is, it's actually working. But the real test will come when we see him on stage for the first time this year to see if these gym shots translate into better placings. When I was in high school, I can remember going to the gym, seeing some of the older guys and thinking that there was no way I could ever look like that. But I can't even imagine what it must be like to be a kid in the same gym as Michael Lockett. Yesterday, we saw the Pride of Cleveland celebrating International Chest Day with an old school heavy-duty workout. From the moment he stepped onto the scene, Michael Lockett's always been one of those guys who looks like he's Mr. Olympia in the gym. But I will say that this new 2019 version of the big guy definitely looks a little lighter than some of the looks he's had in the last few years. But when you've got elite genetics and a don't quit mindset, I guess you're never really more than a few weeks away from turning back into a guy who's capable of winning almost any show he enters. 9 times out of 10, the best training philosophies usually end up being the ones that are the most simple. Be consistent, stick to the basics, and then do that over and over again without letting yourself get sidetracked by excuses, aka the Seth Shaw method. Yesterday, the third-year pro was spotted going bombs away in another crazy chest workout as he starts to turn the corner on the first phase of his 2019 plans. By and large, the feedback that I've gotten from people close to the Shaw camp has been overwhelmingly positive as far as their progress this season is concerned. And assuming he keeps up this pace, I could see him starting to make some noise by the time we hit our midsummer stretch. You know that old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat? Well, that same thing applies to the gym. There's more than one way to approach your training. But most people would be better erring on the side of caution before they try to copy what Michaela Aycock's doing right now. A new leg training video of the Women's Physique All-Star started floating around last weekend, where we had a chance to see one of the rising stars of the division pushing herself to the absolute limit. Last season was almost like a coming out party for Aycock in the sense that she finally reached that upper echelon of Olympia competitors. But now that she's on everyone's radar, she'll have to push even harder to keep this train pulling in the right direction. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.